All right, hello everyone, Adrenaluke here. Welcome all to ACC Dirty Driving Episode 7, the series where I expose dirty drivers. I have 10 clowns to expose today, and I'm going to rank them with 10th place being the least dirty of the bunch, and first place being the most dirty, which means the longer you watch this video, it will progressively become more of a circus. Let's get right into it. So we're starting off a race in a public lobby at Paul Ricard. I'm going to slow down the footage. Now I'm in that black Lamborghini. Watch the white Porsche. The white Porsche in a second is going to try to turn all the way across. And when he turns across, it's going to create a disaster. So that white Porsche all the way on the right, here he comes. Watch this. He's about to turn. He's getting very close to that Ferrari, but watch this. It's coming right here. He's going to try to turn across. And he pit maneuvers himself. He just pits himself, and that pitches him right into that Lamborghini ahead of me. Now, I'm being very cautious. I'm slowing way down, but the people behind me, of course, are not going to be very cautious. You can see that Lamborghini there rear ends one Lamborghini, then rear ends me as well. That Porsche just hit a Lamborghini ahead of me. That McLaren just rear-ended a Mercedes. I got knocked into that Porsche, and now look at that white Lamborghini. He came in flying hot and lifts me off the ground, and that causes that Lamborghini to hit me again. Oh my goodness, so much chaos, and it all happened because that white Porsche turned across, which created a domino effect. But however, I am not ranking that Porsche and the 10th place spot. The 10th place spot is not going to that Porsche. It is indeed actually going to the number 9 Lamborghini, and I'll show you exactly why. If we can rewind it here. So all that chaos that was happening because of the Porsche that tried turning across, look how he comes flying in without a care in the world. So watch this guy, this white Lamborghini. He goes across the solid white line to pass that McLaren. That's an illegal move already. But look at all the chaos happening in front of him. He doesn't even tap his brakes, doesn't even slow down. There he starts braking, but it's way too late. He came in way too fast. And then look at this. He cuts across the turn there and then slams into that Lamborghini. Just absolute careless driving with this guy. And he just turned into a Mercedes there as well. But the number one thing on why I'm giving this guy the 10th place spot is right here. Comes flying in. When you see chaos happening in front of you, you really have to slow down. That just was careless to come flying in towards a pileup that quick. And that's why I'm giving this guy the 10th place spot, but he is the least dirty driver of the bunch today, so prepare yourselves as we move on. Taking the 9th place spot, we are here at Zolder. Watch this BMW ahead of me. He's going to be going in a straight line, still going straight, but then he cuts right in front of me and then brakes after he cuts in front of my car. And that impact now has me struggling to regain control of my car. I was not successful to regain control, and I swerved due to the impact, and I smashed into the barrier. I was definitely not happy and very confused on why he cut in front of me and then braked. And that could be shrugged off as a careless mistake. However, later on in the race, I'm stuck behind that same BMW. He just rejoined the track after being in the grass. Despite him going a lot slower than me, he's going to merge and cut right in front of my car there. Just absolutely careless, and that caused him to hit the barrier. Now he's going to brake way too late, but he's still going to go swerving right into this other BMW and hit him as well. In 8th place, watch the BMW ahead of this Lamborghini. He's going to illegally merge past the solid white line into pit lane at the last second when that Lamborghini was already trying to enter pit lane. That's why you got to decide to go into the pit lane early on, because now that BMW up there is now facing backwards, but he's still, after knocking that Lamborghini into the barrier because of him merging into pit lane at the last second, he still decides to drive backwards to now enter into pit lane, and then brushes against that Lamborghini in the process, and now he's going to have a longer pit stop because he has damage to repair. Be more careful than this, guys. In 7th place, this is a race that was actually featured in the previous episode of Dirty Driving, but this is a different driver of the same race. So watch this BMW here. Boom, that's the first contact, already hits the Audi, then he gets rear-ended. However, I know that wasn't his fault for getting rear-ended, but watch how he rejoins the track. He's not even going to check if it's clear, rejoins right into that BMW, which knocks him into that Lamborghini. Look, I get it wasn't his fault that he got rear-ended and he just hit another BMW there, but he should definitely check if the track's clear. And we're going to see 2 lunges across this turn. That Porsche hits the BMW ahead of him, but then watch this BMW again. He's just going to lunge obnoxiously right across there, hit that BMW. That was a ridiculous lunge up the inside. And we're about to see karma finally happen as he spins on his own with no contact from anybody. Finally, karma happens. In 6th place, we are at Barcelona. Watch this Lamborghini who just decided to cut the entire chicane, and he's spinning as a result. And now he's going to regain control right before hitting the barrier. So he doesn't hit the barrier, but now he's going across pit. Oh, he does hit the barrier, okay, but now he's going across pit lane, and he rejoins the track right up here. But watch this. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So he lets the Audi by, but then he cuts right in front of me. So he cuts right in front of me there, so I try to pass him on the right. Now he's going to swerve to try to block me on the right. And then his car gets teleported right back into pit lane. And that is karma, because he got disqualified from the race, rightfully so, because who on earth cuts through the chicane, rejoins after smacking the barrier, obviously going not even half the speed as me, and then swerves to block me twice, taking up the whole track, forcing me to stay behind him. What on earth is his problem? And that's why he takes the 6th place spot in today's episode. Alright guys, we're in the top 5 now, taking the 5th place spot. We are at Monza in a public lobby. You already know it's about to go down coming into turn 1 in a public lobby at Monza. So watch this Ferrari. We're in the braking zone. He's on his brakes here, but watch his taillights. He lets go of the brakes here for almost 50 meters, then goes back on the brakes, which causes him to hit the Mercedes, go figure, and then the Mercedes gets knocked into the Bentley, and watch further ahead. Those two Hondas just completely cut the chicane, and one of the Hondas collides into each other. They weren't even involved in this chaos back here. Classic public lobby chaos at the first turn of Monza. Even if you're not involved in the chaos that this Ferrari caused, you're causing your own up there. But watch this. The Ferrari is not done with his rampage. He's going to cut across right here, right into the Bentley, still not being careful enough, spins that Bentley, and now we're going to see a Nissan behind this get collected into it. So the Nissan then, here he comes. And then there's me. Well, I don't know why it didn't show me. And then there's me, who I was behind it all. We can speed it up a little bit. So this footage is no longer slowed down. Full speed footage. I make the mistake of waiting forever now for this Ferrari to move. I had no idea the Ferrari would just sit there all year long, and this Bentley just brushes up against my side. Well, I don't know what that Bentley did. But if I knew this Ferrari was going to be sitting there all year, I would have just pulled around him. I don't know why I didn't. And you can see right about here, I get smart enough to just move, but the Ferrari already disappeared there anyway. So, yeah, fun stuff in public lobbies at Monza, right, guys? And speaking of Monza public lobbies, the 4th place is going to go to this guy right here in the Lamborghini. So we're on the straight, and he randomly turns into Simply Vic in that white BMW there for no reason at all. I have no idea why he did that. They're just on the straight, the front straight here. And this footage is not slowed down this time. Watch this. He just, out of the blue, just, bam, just right there. He clearly did that on purpose, but that's not all. Later on in the same race, he's behind me this time. He's more than 50 meters behind me, or he was, as now he's braking very lightly to catch all the way up to me here, and out of desperation just dives right over the curb of that turn and just smashes into me, and then goes on without a care in the world, and I'm forced to take the escape route as I was knocked completely into there. This is the same race. I mean, come on, man. Get it together. All right, guys, we're in the top 3 now, and you're about to see exactly why this idiot in the number 27 Lamborghini is 3rd place in today's video. Watch this. Here comes his first victim. Bam! Knocks that Audi right into a lot of other cars. You know what? Let's get an overhead view of that. Let me go back a little bit, because I'm pretty certain he caused a pileup. So let's look at that one more time. Watch the blue and black Lamborghini. Here he comes. Bam! Right into that Audi. And then that knocks him into a bunch of other cars, and then more chaos behind him as a result. That was at least 5 to 6 cars involved in a pileup, all because of him already. And now if we go back to the chase camera, we're about to see his 2nd victim. So he just caused a pileup behind him by hitting one guy, but now he's going to cut right across this turn and just go flying right into that Ferrari. Bam! There's his 2nd victim. Now watch his rejoin. He's going to swerve all the way to the left, hit 2 cars in a row. So that's the 3rd and 4th victim right there. Swerve all the way across and slam into that BMW as well. There was his, 5th victim, hit that Lamborghini. There's his 6th victim. These are the worst kind of drivers who don't care about anyone else on the track. He deserves no respect. Let's move on. Taking the second place spot, we are once again at Monza in a public lobby. Now, I'm in the black Lamborghini. I'm just innocently braking at the braking zone, and that Lamborghini comes flying in so fast that this happens. Yeah, I have never seen anything like that. I've never seen a car go airborne and do a backflip in the air before landing. He had to be going at a ridiculous speed. In fact, let me look at it from his perspective, because I'm pretty sure that he did not even touch his brakes. Let's get it on his car. Look at how far away he is from us. And we're in a heavy braking zone up there. So watch his taillights. I guarantee you his taillights never light up in this. And watch the speed difference. Keep in mind, this footage is slowed down. This is at a quarter speed footage. And it looks like his taillights never did light up. If we see this in normal speed, I mean, this is obnoxious how fast he came in there. Absolutely obnoxious. Let me put it in normal speed now. And let's see how fast he comes in at normal speed. So this is not slowed down now. See, this is a heavy braking zone. He just comes flying in, and he aimed for me, too. That is absolutely ridiculous. Before I show you guys the #1 spot in today's episode, how about a bonus clip? For today's bonus clip, I'm going to show you this. We're at Paul Ricard again, but look at the cars ahead of me. Do you notice anything unusual? That is a big lag spike. They're lagging all over the place, and then one of them just lags right into my car as every car continues to slide everywhere. This was just such massive lag, and for whatever reason, it caused me to have a wreck. And I was so confused after this. Let's watch that one more time. Look at on the overhead view. You can see all the cars just sliding everywhere, and this is slowed down. Let me put it in normal speed for you guys. So normal speed, you can look at this in normal speed. Let me go back again. So and one of them just glitches right into my car there, and that spins my car. I don't have any idea what was going on here at all. All right, guys, here we are, the #1 spot, taking first place as the dirtiest driver in today's episode. We are watching the BMW in third place, and just for reference, I'm going to show you guys exactly what car we're looking at. Chase camera, it's this BMW right here that we're centered on, the number 83 car. That's white, red, black, and light blue. So now going on the overhead view once again, we have it in slow motion. Watch that car that I just showed, the one that's in third place, and coming up to the braking zone, he's going to fail to brake, of course, a public lobby classic. And watch this. He fails to brake, goes right into that BMW, knocks him into the Lamborghini, and then behind him, there's going to be carnage everywhere, a massive pileup because of him. One person causing a massive pileup. Another public lobby classic. Now watch this. He's going to rejoin right into that Lamborghini. Horrible rejoin. Another public lobby classic. But it doesn't stop there. Let's go back to the chase camera. So then we have the footage still slowed down. Let's speed it up just a little tiny bit for him to get up to this white Lamborghini up there. Now, that white Lamborghini up there just got hit by that black Lamborghini. But then this BMW, for whatever reason, decides to turn into him as well. That poor white Lamborghini up there. He's doing nothing wrong. He's innocent, and he just got hit by two people. Now watch this. He just goes right across and slams into both of these cars as well, forcing both of them off. This guy's going on an absolute rampage. And now he's going to decide to just cut through this turn. Looks like he was aiming for that Ferrari, but he misses him, thankfully. But it doesn't stop there. Later on in the same race, he is all the way over here close to the barrier on the straight for whatever reason. And then he lines up a shot, it looks like, rejoins right into that Ferrari. And then watch his rejoin. Right here, just rejoins sharply into that BMW. But my question is, why was he all the way over here when the track limits are... He's almost all the way to the barrier. You see that solid white line on the left side of this big blue stripe there? That is the track limits. He's way off the track limits to the right side of this massive straight here. See this? And he's like grazing the barrier sometimes, braking way too early. He's clearly lining up a shot on that Ferrari. He might be angry at him for whatever reason, but look at this. He lines this up. He lined that up. But I would think maybe he's angry specifically at that Ferrari, but I think he's just going on a rampage hitting random people because that Ferrari is... I've lost track of how many cars he slammed into before that Ferrari, and now when he rejoins, he just goes sharply right into this guy. This guy is on a rampage. He's just hitting everyone, and that's why I give this guy the #1 spot for the dirtiest driver in today's episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe because I have tons of more content like this on the way. Race fast, race clean, and I will see you all in the next video.